We're Lady Danville, and you're watching punkvideosrock.com. Hey.
What's up, guys? Robert Herrera here with punkvideosrock.com. We're hanging out at the Troubador with Lady Danville. How are you guys doing?
Good, good. How are you?
Doing all right.
Good.
Can you guys introduce yourselves real quick?
I'm Michael.
I am Matt.
Cool. How did the band form?
We actually met at UCLA. We were singing together in an a cappella group.
Nice.
And we realized that we liked singing with instruments more than just without instruments, a cappella. So we decided to start bringing in instruments. And that's kind of how it started.
And all three of you guys were in it?
Yeah. Actually, Dan and I were auditioning, and Matt was the judge.
Okay.
So he cracked the whip for show. Nice. But yeah, he was the beatboxer in the group. Okay. Which kind of makes sense because he's the drummer.
Okay.
And
nice. And as far as the name, how did the name come about for the band?
Well, we're from Danville, California, which is up in the San Francisco Bay Area. Okay. We grew up there before moving down to UCLA for college, and the lady part is kind of a long story. It's
one of those.
Yeah, it incorporates a family member of mine who coincidentally taught Michael and Dan music in Danville, unbeknownst to them or anybody really. So it was a really crazy coincidence that we discovered one day, and instead of calling the band Gloria Danville, because that's her name, we went for Lady, and of course Lady Gaga decided to get famous right after that. So yeah, we came up with the Lady before she did. Let her know that. Cool. Gaga.
Cool. You guys currently have a single, Cars. What's the story with that song?
It's I mean, we all write together, so we were kind of just talking about it was one of those moments where we were all kind of feeling shitty about like a relationship issue, and we're all kind of commiserating on that, and then we realized that like these little issues that we consume ourselves with are just little issues, and in time we will get through those. So that's kind of what it's about.
Okay.
Not you feeling like you're gonna move on eventually. It's okay.
Yeah. There's always a way out. You guys were on tour the end of last year. You guys were on tour with Ben Folds, and then for that tour, you guys did an EP specifically for that tour. What was the reason for that?
Because we've kind of been sitting on a few tracks now for a little while and haven't recorded them, so we booked the tour, and it happened so quickly, and it was like, we need something to give for new fans and for olds that are going to come see us with Ben. We really want to have more of a product. So it was really just like a demo EP that we put together so that people can bump stuff in their car until we have our full length, due to release in 2011, hopefully.
And will we be hearing some of the same stuff from the actual EP on that? Or?
Oh yeah, for sure. Just in different forms, probably. Those are process recordings, not like final products. But there'll definitely be a few songs from that on the full length.
As far as the EP, or as far as the full album, do you guys have like a tentative name for it as of right now?
I think we kind of do, if I could release that info.
I don't know what you're referring to, maybe, but
Frames and Molding.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
We're probably we were thinking of calling it Frames and Molding, for a number of different reasons. Just kind of it's the frames and the molding of the beginning of our careers as musicians, as well as a track on the album, and the molding part, it should be noted, is spelled with a U probably, which is the English way, and there's another story behind the English spelling of it, but we'll
a lot of stories in this.
We'll spare you.
Speaking of stories, you guys are on tour right now with Dashboard. Any tour stories or memorable stories that you guys have had with the band?
Well, this we were following behind the tour bus, and like we're driving like just a van, just like a conversion family van. And so we're like following behind the tour bus and trying to like keep up with them. And so one time we got a little bit far behind, and so we're speeding to catch up, and we got pulled over for speeding. And this was it Utah?
I think so.
Yeah. And the cop comes up, and he's just like, kind of being a jerk. But then he saw we had like all these instruments in the back, and he's like, what are you guys, a band? And we're like, yeah. And then Dan grabbed the ukulele, and he's like, "Oh, play me a song." The cop was like that, you know. So we actually played a song, and he didn't give us a ticket.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Getting our way out of a ticket is pretty great.
That's a first.
So I think now we've been speeding ever since. We don't stop at red lights. Like
yeah,
we do.
exactly. We're just like,
We
this
run,
is great.
stop
You
signs.
have your way out for now on.
Yeah.
I've been murdering a lot more lately. Yeah.
I don't think we should be saying that one out loud.
Yeah. But in just like other tour stuff, Chris Carrabba has been like really cool the entire time, and I think my favorite thing is seeing him roll in with like his little biker hat that he wears a lot before shows because he likes to cycle.
Okay.
And he's got this, you know, the funny little short bill one,
Little
little beak one. He's just like the coolest, most down to earth guy, and like I think that's the most you can ask for in getting on a tour like this, is as the opening band have some sense of respect from the opener and not just be like the lemming.
Exactly.
And he treats us like freaking contemporaries and friends, so it's really, really good experience.
That's awesome. How'd you guys get to be on the tour?
I think it spawned off of the Ben Folds tour. We were talking about to him our first night here, and he said he had heard our EP like a year back, our older EP, and said he really liked it. And then I think, you know, the stars just aligned this time.
That's awesome. That's good. Congrats.
Thanks, man.
You guys have like a couple days left.
Yeah,
for
we
the
have. This is our second to last night at the Troubador in LA, and then we have one at the House of Blues in San Diego, and then we're done with this run, and then we're going back out in February with He Is We and Barcelona.
Where are you guys going to be heading out for that tour?
It's gonna be Denver, Salt Lake, southern cities in southern Washington, and then heading out to the Midwest.
Last year you guys played South by Southwest. Is there any expectations for you guys to be playing it this year?
Yeah. We're definitely going back, and so we're excited about that. That was one of the most fun times we had as a band.
Cool. What else do you guys have coming out for the rest of the year?
I mean, the biggest thing is that we're going to be recording our full length, and so we really want to try to release it this year, you know, but we just want to make sure that everything's right, you know, the sound is just right, and we don't want to rush into it.
And you guys are all doing this independently as well, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's a lot of respect.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Awesome. So, any last words you guys want to give out to our viewers and your listeners as well?
We may not exactly be punk rock, but you should definitely check our music regardless. We've checked out the site and we love it, so keep coming back to the site, keep checking it out, and keep checking out our music.